First at 4, breaking news as we're learning about the death of a 10-year-old boy. Several juveniles have been brought to the Warren Police Department. We're going to go there live in a moment. Perhaps you've had questions about whether mosquitoes could spread COVID-19. A lot of people have. The early answer was no. Now, Dr. Frank Lee George looks at how far researchers went to prove that that is the right answer. Ben?
Devin, we've got a couple thunderstorms on Storm Tracker 4. The question is, how many more are we looking at, and how strong will they be in this very humid afternoon? Answers coming up right now. First at 4.
Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
First at 4, we're going to start with that shooting death of a 10-year-old boy. Warren police got the call just after 1 p.m. this afternoon. They found a lot of kids on the scene. They were brought to the police department, and now investigators have a lot of questions. Let's get to Victor Williams, who's working this story. Victor, what do we know so far?
Well, Devin, at this point, there's no telling if this shooting was accidental or intentional, but we do know, as you guys have just revealed, that that 10-year-old is now dead after being shot in the chest at an apartment complex, Warren Manor, over on DeQuinder. And unfortunately, as you guys know, with all of this happening, this is just really bad for the parents and everyone really involved. We're not sure of the circumstances surrounding the shooting, but we're told by Warren Police Commissioner Bill Dwyer that 8 people consisting of 7 juveniles were taken into the station for questioning after they refused to cooperate with authorities who were there at the scene. But a man who claims to live across the hall, he says he saw the aftermath of that single shot being fired, but from the viewpoint of his peephole.
I heard a gunshot, so I get up and I run to the door and I look out the peephole. All you see is just little children under the age like 5 and then up to like 17, and they just screaming, hollering. No supervision in there. It was like at least 10 to 12 children in there by themselves.
Now, at this point, there's no telling where the parents are, but we're told that there was a 17-year-old in that apartment at the time of the shooting, but they were not in any type of supervisional role whatsoever, and we are in the very early stages of this investigation. We'll hear more from that neighbor coming up right at 5. Reporting live in Warren, Victor Williams, Local 4.
Well, a lot to sort out there. All right, Victor, we will see you about an hour from now. All right, other news this afternoon. The man charged in a deadly shooting at a Detroit Coney Island faced a judge today. 25-year-old Mickey Douglas is charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder. Surveillance video captured Sunday night shooting at A. Eagles Coney Island on the city's west side. 3 men were killed, another wounded. Police say Douglas was already on probation for other crimes. He will stay behind bars as he waits for his next court date, which will be coming up in the middle of next month. Detroit police are looking for 2 men wanted in connection with a triple shooting. It happened last night at the BP gas station near 7 Mile and Grand River. Surveillance video there shows a man opening fire on a car near the gas pumps. Police say some kind of argument occurred just before the shooting. A 24-year-old man is in critical condition. 2 other men listed in serious condition tonight. Investigators say the men got away in a silver Kia minivan. If you can help police at all, you're urged to give them a call as soon as possible. The FBI is being called in to help solve a mystery of a woman's burned body found in White Lake Township. The woman was identified earlier this week as Susie Zhao. She's a 33-year-old woman from Waterford Township. White Lake police are asking anyone who saw Susie Zhao between July 11th and July 13th, just that span of 3 days or so, to give them a call. Her death is being called a homicide, though the exact cause has not yet been released or determined, perhaps. Investigators are still waiting, we're told, on toxicology results. Metro Detroit loses another outdoor event, and the U.S. is paying nearly $2 billion for a COVID vaccine that is still in development. Before we start our daily roundup, let's look at the number of new cases in Michigan. 523 reported in the last 24 hours, 50 fewer cases than we reported yesterday. But Michigan also has reported another 6 deaths from the virus. Today, the Trump administration said it's going to pay Pfizer nearly $2 billion for a December delivery of 100 million doses of a vaccine. That deal, though, important to point out, hinges on the vaccine being both safe and effective. Now, back in our neck of the woods, Arts Beats and Eats, the big festival, has been canceled for Labor Day weekend. The organizers are working on a virtual music experience called The Beats Go On. You can read more about that, and we'll continue to have more on clickondetroit.com. Well, it's a question that a lot of Michiganders were very concerned about at the start of this pandemic. Could mosquitoes, as we were just heading into the warmer weather, be able to spread the coronavirus from person to person? The experts all said no, and now new research is backing them up. Dr. Frank McGeorge is here to explain. Frank?
We know mosquitoes can spread lots of dangerous diseases, but from the start, experts were confident mosquitoes would not be able to spread the SARS-CoV-2 virus based on previous observations and research on other coronaviruses. Scientists have now confirmed those assumptions appear to be correct.
Researchers from Kansas State University say they did everything possible to try and infect the mosquitoes with the SARS-CoV-2 virus, even using means that would not occur in nature. Their experiments included 3 common species of mosquitoes, including 2 that are capable of spreading dengue fever, chikungunya, Zika virus, and yellow fever. In the lab, researchers injected the mosquitoes with the coronavirus, giving them a larger dose than they would naturally get from feeding on the blood of an infected person. Even under those circumstances, the virus did not multiply in the mosquitoes. In short, unlike the viruses that cause mosquito-borne illnesses, the SARS-CoV-2 virus is not able to complete the steps necessary to survive and be transmitted by mosquitoes.
Now, even though mosquitoes cannot carry the coronavirus, they do still pose a threat by transmitting West Nile virus, Eastern equine encephalitis, and other illnesses. So be sure to protect yourself by wearing insect repellent, repairing window screens, and getting rid of standing water around your property. Back to you.
Frank, now I need to see an entire story on how you inject a mosquito with anything. Remember, all the doctor's reports can be found online, and we take a deeper dive into the number of cases and the trends that emerge day by day. It's all at clickondetroit.com. All right, first forecast. If you're outside today, you're feeling some kind of muggy conditions. We could be seeing some isolated showers. Let's get the latest here from Ben.
Yeah, Devin, you're right. We saw those showers around, and that humidity is more than noticeable out there into the tropical levels in a lot of cases. But let's go to Storm Tracker 4. We've got a couple areas that we're watching. The good news is most of this is just shower activity. We've seen very little in the way of thunderstorm activities. We zoom in a little bit closer there north of I-69. That's the most robust line. Very few lightning strikes there north of the interstate, although we are watching that little boundary that's starting to show up just south of there. So that may start to fire off a few showers later on. Also, northern parts of Sanilac County, we're seeing some activity as well. The good news is we have been dropped out of the marginal risk for severe weather. That should all stay to the east of us, but still could see some strong wind gust, at least within 1 or 2 of these storms. So we'll monitor that through at least 7 p.m. Anything after that looks like showers. We'll talk more about the timing and the hotter stuff coming for the weekend in just a few minutes. Devin?
All right, Ben, we'll get right back to you. School districts throughout Metro Detroit are scrambling, planning, trying to weigh all their options for the new school year, of course. During the current pandemic, there are so many questions and, as yet, not near enough answers to keep up. Paula Tutman joins us with the story of 2 downriver districts that are taking very different paths here. Paula.
Yeah, Devin, and we're going to see this a lot, actually, and we're going to see it more as districts have a deadline. August 15th, they've got to get their plans in. I think what's really interesting, though, is to see how close these 2 particular districts are in terms of geography, but not in terms of what they think is safe. It is a tale of 2 districts 11 miles apart, with 2 very different back-to-school plans. In letters sent out to parents yesterday, both the Trenton Public Schools with more than 2,500 students and Melvindale North Allen Park Schools with about 3,100 students have told parents what their plans are. Trenton has decided that it will have in-person learning with what it calls a rigorous virtual option. Interim Superintendent Douglas Menser writing to parents that the district is optimistic, passionate, and committed to the return to face-to-face, in-person instruction in September.
We felt it was important to get the letter out, get people thinking. I don't think we can wait 2 or 3 weeks down the line and say, oh, we're thinking about this is where we're at today. It could change. It could change in a week. It could change in a day.
For parent Kendra Coleman, a mother of 2, who has struggled with a remote learning piece this spring.
Can you guys say hi?
Hi. I'm making Mario.
There's both relief and worry.
Understanding like the safety of the teachers and the families and the principals, that obviously takes priority along with the kids. But at the same time, it's like, we got to get back to school. I can't teach my kids. I can't do it. I didn't do well in the springtime with it. And it's not because I don't know how to, teach. I'm educated, but it's just like getting my kid to sit down and focus and listen to mom.
For the Melvindale North Allen Park Schools, a very different story entirely, as the district has decided come this fall, it will be 100% remote. Superintendent Dr. Kimberly Serrano says it is simply not worth the risk. It is the science that will dictate if and when students and teachers will physically return to the classroom.
We want our students in school. That's our ultimate goal. But if you look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, safety and security is way up at the top with those needs for students and for adults. And if you don't feel safe in your environment, then you're not going to learn.
Yeah, you know what? You can probably hear the collective sigh and ugh of parents from any school district as they're just trying to navigate this and understand this. What you're not hearing with these two school districts is the hybrid model, Devin, and that is because we still haven't gotten an in-seat waiver of those 180 days from Lansing, and so there's still not secure funding for that. And schools just have to really scramble to try to figure this out, get it right, knowing that it could change at any time depending on the disease.
So right, and here we are at July 22nd, and still so much unknown.
Right?
All right, Paula. By the way, Paula's also working on the fallout from a judge's decision affecting Detroit schools. The group By Any Means Necessary was protesting against in-person classes again this morning. Today, they didn't block school buses. No arrests were reported. A federal judge, as we reported earlier this week, requiring all Detroit in-person summer school students to get COVID tests by this coming Sunday. That's July 26th. If they don't have negative results, they won't be able to go back to school next Monday. And new at 5, Paula will have a progress report on what is really a massive undertaking just on summer school alone. Never mind the fuller contingent we'll see in the fall. All right, still ahead, a former Starbucks employee is in trouble with the law. We'll talk about an unappetizing claim that he's facing. Also, 2 countries, 2 different approaches to COVID-19 safety. We saw it in school systems. How about 2 nations? We'll show you a tourist hotspot where the differences between Canada and the United States are pretty easy to see. Up first, how a fire in Houston is part of a new international showdown between the U.S. and China. We've got news from around the world next.